A heartbreaking news is coming straight to your home. The one who hurt you, the one who betrayed you, the one who left scars inside your soul, their name is about to be revealed. Archangel Michael himself is speaking to you right now. Do not ignore this, because once you hear it, your life will never be the same again.
Listen, do not scroll, do not move away, because what you are about to hear is not ordinary. A heartbreaking news is already traveling toward your home. It is not coming tomorrow, it is not coming next week. It is moving silently right now, step by step, closer and closer to your door. And Archangel Michael himself is whispering in your ear, "Be ready." You feel it, don't you? That strange heaviness in your chest, that sudden silence in your surroundings, that coldness in the air, even when the room is warm, that is not random. That is the warning. Heaven always sends a signal before the storm arrives, and right now, those signals are pressing against your spirit. There is someone who has hurt you, someone who stood so close that you never doubted them, never questioned their smile, never saw the knife hidden behind their back. You trusted them with your heart, with your secrets, with your dreams. And yet, it is they who created the wound you still carry today. Archangel Michael says, "The one who wounded you in silence, the one who shattered your soul when you weren't looking, their truth is now rising from the shadows." The heartbreaking news is this: what was hidden can no longer remain hidden. What was done in darkness is now being dragged into the light. The mask is falling, the game is ending, and the one who hurt you the most is about to be named. But wait, do you feel that shiver, that pulse racing in your chest? That is your spirit already knowing the storm is near. This is not just news, this is destiny knocking. The truth has left its hiding place, and it is walking directly to your home. You cannot stop it. You cannot run from it. And once you open this, once you listen, your life will never be the same again.
Archangel Michael says, "You think you know who loves you, but you don't truly know who hides in the shadows." The most painful truth is not when a stranger attacks you. No, the sharpest wound does not come from outside. It comes from those who sit closest to you, those who share your roof, your table, your laughter, your memories. The hidden enemy is never far away. The hidden enemy is the one who looks you in the eye every day, but keeps a secret knife in their hand. Listen carefully. The heartbreaking news that is on its way to your home is tied to the one you least expected, the one you thought would stand by you forever, the one you trusted more than yourself. Archangel Michael whispers, "The one who betrayed you wore the mask of love while planting the seeds of your pain." Do you remember those sudden nights of tears, when you felt broken but didn't know why? Do you remember that heavy silence that made no sense? That was not just sadness, it was their shadow pressing against your spirit. You thought it was bad luck, but it was betrayal. You thought it was destiny, but it was deception. And now, heaven has decided the truth cannot hide any longer. The veil is tearing, the light is exposing the secret. The angel's sword is pointed toward the deceiver. But here's the deepest pain. This hidden enemy has already touched your life in ways you cannot erase. Their words are in your memory, their presence is in your story, their fingerprints are on your broken heart. Archangel Michael says, "The one who hurt you most is not far, they are near." They smiled in your face while they poisoned your soul. They spoke sweet words but prayed for your fall. They hugged you close while they wished for your ruin. And now, the heartbreaking news is that the one you once called friend family, or even lover is about to be unmasked as your greatest betrayer. Do you feel the trembling? Do you feel the air tightening around you? That is not fear. It is the energy of truth finally rising. The hidden enemy is being dragged into the open, whether they like it or not. And soon, very soon, you will know their name.
I am Archangel Michael, and I am not just speaking to you. I am standing beside you. You cannot see me with your eyes, but your soul feels my presence right now. The chill across your skin, the pounding of your heart, the sudden silence around you. That is my voice pressing against your spirit. You are asking, why me? Why now? And I answer, because you have suffered long enough in silence. Because heaven has watched your tears fall in the dark when no one else noticed. Because the betrayal that crushed you was not just a wound, it was a plan designed to break your destiny. I tell you this, you are not crazy for feeling what you felt. Every time your spirit whispered that something was wrong, you were right. Every time your heart tightened when that person smiled at you, you were right. Every dream that warned you, every sudden heaviness that surrounded you, it was me trying to speak, trying to reach you, trying to protect you. The heartbreaking news that is coming into your home is not punishment, it is revelation. Heaven is tired of watching you bleed for those who never cared for your soul. The one who hurt you can no longer hide. Their name is rising like smoke. Their shadow is breaking under the light, and their mask is falling apart. Listen closely. I am Michael, the warrior, the protector, the revealer of hidden things. I stand with my sword drawn, ready to cut away the chains of deception. And I tell you now, the one who betrayed you is trembling because the truth is no longer under their control. Do not doubt what you hear. Do not dismiss the chills you feel. I am not just in your imagination. I am speaking into your spirit. I am warning you because you need to prepare your heart. The heartbreak you are about to face will not destroy you. It will free you. The pain you feel now is the birth of strength. The one who hurt you is already being exposed. You will see signs in your life within hours, within days. The conversations will reveal. The slips of the tongue will betray them. The shadows will no longer cover them. And when that moment comes, when the truth stands in front of you, remember my words. This is not the end of you. This is the end of their deception. The heartbreaking news is not to destroy you. It is to release you. The one who hurt you is about to be unmasked, and I, Archangel Michael, will not leave your side until you see the truth with your own eyes.
Do you hear that? That sound that does not belong to the outside world. That faint knocking, that trembling in the air around you. That is not coincidence. That is the news arriving. It has already left its hidden place. It has already stepped out of silence. And now it is moving towards you, step by step by step. Archangel Michael says, do not run from it, do not hide from it. This news is not chasing you to destroy you, it is chasing you to reveal the truth. Imagine it like a messenger walking through the dark streets of destiny, carrying a sealed letter in their hand. The letter is heavy because it carries a truth that can break a heart but also set a soul free. That messenger has already crossed mountains of silence, rivers of lies, walls of secrets, and now they are standing at the edge of your home. You may feel it right now, the sudden shift in your atmosphere. The light feels different. The air feels heavier.
Even your heartbeat feels like it is echoing louder. That is not fear. That is recognition. Your spirit knows the news is here. But what is this heartbreaking news? It is the truth about the one who hurt you, the one who laughed with you while plotting against you, the one who smiled as if they were your protector while being the one who carved your wounds, the one you thought you could never lose, yet they had already betrayed you long before. Do you feel that pull in your chest? That is the door of your heart sensing the knock. The news does not knock on wood or metal. It knocks on the soul. It whispers first in dreams. It flickers in moments of déjà vu. It echoes in sudden memories you didn't ask for. And then it arrives fully, standing face to face with you. Archangel Michael says, the heartbreaking news is not coming to kill you. It is coming to cut away the illusions that have been poisoning you. Right now, even as you listen, the steps are getting louder. The silence around you is thickening. The air feels like it is watching. That is the moment before the door opens. And when it does, the truth will not ask for permission. It will pour into your life like a storm breaking the windows. You may cry. You may collapse. You may even scream at heaven, asking, "Why now? Why me?" But hear this, you are not being punished. You are being freed. The lie that was chained to your soul is being shattered, and though it will hurt, it will also heal. The one who hurt you can no longer hide in the shadows. Their actions are being dragged into the light. Their words are being revealed as poison. Their smile is being unmasked as betrayal. And the heartbreaking news is that the person you least suspected is the one. The knocking grows louder. The storm is almost here. Archangel Michael says, prepare your spirit. Do not close the door. Do not look away. The news is coming through, and once it does, you will never see the same world again. The air trembles. The silence deepens. The knock echoes again. The heartbreaking news is not just coming, it is here. And when you open it, the truth of the one who hurt you will finally be revealed.
Now, I must show you what was hidden. I must open the curtain you never wanted to touch. I must tell you the story of your betrayal. Once, you believed. Once, you trusted. Once you opened your heart wide, without walls, without armor, without doubt. You gave your laughter freely. You gave your secrets without fear. You gave your soul without hesitation. And in that pure moment of trust, betrayal was born. Because the one who hurt you was not far away. They were the closest. They learned the rhythm of your heartbeat. They memorized the map of your weaknesses. They studied your silence, your fears, your deepest desires. They did not just know you, they knew exactly where to cut you. Picture it. Nights where you thought you were safe, but they were planning. Days where they smiled at you, but inside they whispered curses. Moments where you cried and they held you close, but in their heart they were satisfied to see you fall. Archangel Michael says, the betrayal did not happen in one day. It was written slowly, like poison dripping into water, drop by drop. They laughed with you at the table, while sharpening their blade under it. They walked beside you, while secretly clearing the path for your destruction. They told you, I care for you. But in the silence of their mind, they repeated, I want to see you break. And yet you didn't see it. How could you? For the greatest betrayals never wear the face of an enemy. They wear the mask
of a friend. They wear the voice of a lover. They wear the disguise of family. Do you remember the little things that felt wrong? The sudden distance, the strange words that pierced you but you brushed aside, the moments when your spirit felt uneasy but you convinced yourself it was nothing. That was not nothing. That was the whisper of truth trying to save you. But you loved too deeply. You trusted too blindly. And so the betrayal grew like a shadow behind you, quiet, patient, waiting for its moment. Archangel Michael says, I saw the tears you never showed anyone. I saw you breaking when no one else cared. I saw the nights you lay awake, asking yourself, why do I feel abandoned? Why do I feel so heavy? And I tell you now, the answer is betrayal. The heartbreaking news is not just that they betrayed you, it is that they betrayed you while pretending to protect you. They carried two faces, one for the world, one for your destruction. They wore loyalty as a costume while feeding lies into your destiny. This is why your spirit cries. This is why your chest aches, because the truth of betrayal cuts deeper than any blade. It tells you that what you loved was not what you thought. It tells you that the hands you trusted were the same hands that let you fall. And yet, the betrayal is not the end, because the light of heaven has now ripped open their mask. The story of their deception is being written in fire. The one who hurt you cannot escape what is coming. Their lies are trembling under the sword of truth. Archangel Michael says, the story of betrayal is not just their story, it is your awakening. You were broken, but you will rise. You were blinded, but now you will see. The heartbreaking news is not here to bury you, it is here to set you free. Do you feel the weight in the air? That is the betrayal story being read aloud by the universe. The one who hurt you is being exposed piece by piece, moment by moment, word by word. And soon their name will echo, not as a secret, but as a truth you can no longer ignore.
Now I will show you the wound, not the one on your body, but the one in your soul. The wound you hide when you smile, the wound you silence when others ask if you're okay. The wound that never stops bleeding, even when no one else can see it. This wound was not created in one day. No, it was carved slowly, carefully, with the hands of betrayal. Every broken promise was another cut. Every fake smile was another slice. Every time they said, I care, while secretly plotting against you, was another stab to your spirit. And you carried it in silence. You told yourself, it's nothing. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I'm wrong. But you were never wrong. Your soul knew. Your heart screamed. And yet you silenced yourself because you loved too much to believe the truth. This is the deepest wound. Loving someone who pretended to love you back. Trusting someone who used your trust as their weapon. Holding someone close, not knowing they were the very reason you were breaking. Archangel Michael says, I saw you the night you cried into your pillow, when your chest felt like it was collapsing, when you asked, why does this pain feel endless? That was the wound bleeding. I saw you the day you laughed in front of others, but felt dead inside. That was the wound throbbing. I saw you staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., whispering, God, why me? That was the wound screaming. This wound runs deep because it was not caused by an enemy. It was caused by the one you trusted most. That is why it cuts like fire. That is why it feels endless. That is why even now, as you listen, you feel your chest tighten and your breath grow heavy, because your soul remembers. But hear me. This wound is not your weakness. This wound is your evidence. Evidence that you loved, that you trusted, that you gave more than most hearts ever dare to give. It is proof that you were real in a world full of masks. And though it hurts, heaven honors those who bleed in truth rather than live in lies. The heartbreaking news is this: your deepest wound was never accidental. It was chosen. The one who hurt you knew where to strike. They knew your love would protect them. They knew your loyalty would blind you. They knew your kindness would keep you silent. And they used it all against you. Archangel Michael raises his sword and declares, "But no wound stays hidden forever. The blood of truth cries louder than the silence of lies. And now heaven itself has bent down to reveal what was kept from you. The wound you carry will not remain your prison. It will become your proof of survival." Do you feel that heaviness in your chest? That is not just the memory. It is the wound trying to speak, to release, to heal. You have carried it for too long. You have hidden it behind forced smiles and fake strength. But now the wound is being uncovered, not to shame you, but to set you free. The one who hurt you cannot erase what they did. Their betrayal lives in your scars. But those scars are no longer theirs. They are yours. And from this day, they will remind you, not of your weakness, but of your strength. Archangel Michael says, the deepest wound was not the end of you. It was the beginning of your transformation. The one who cut you thought they would break you, but in truth, they were sharpening you. And now you will rise, not despite the wound, but because of it. The wound is real, the wound is deep, but so is your destiny. And heaven has declared the wound will heal, the betrayal will fall, and your name will rise above their lies.
For too long, betrayal lived under silence. For too long, lies hid behind calm smiles. For too long, the truth sat quietly in the corner, waiting for its time. That silence was heavy, crushing, suffocating, like chains around your soul. And yet you endured it. You carried it. You thought, maybe if I ignore it, the pain will go away. But silence never heals betrayal. Silence feeds it. Silence gives it power. Silence lets the betrayer think they are safe, untouchable, hidden. And so the silence grew darker and darker around you until it became unbearable. Archangel Michael says, I watched the silence eat away at your spirit. I watched you smile in front of others while your heart screamed behind closed doors. I watched you walk through crowds yet feel utterly alone. That was the silence wrapping itself around you like a prison. But now, listen carefully. The silence has cracked. The first fracture appeared the moment you began to question. The moment your spirit whispered, something is wrong. That whisper was the sound of silence shattering. The next fracture came when your tears fell harder than before, when you could no longer pretend. And then, one by one, the walls of silence began to collapse. And now it is breaking fully. The silence that once protected them is turning into an echo that betrays them. Their own words are beginning to slip. Their own actions are beginning to reveal. The silence that once covered their lies is now shouting their truth. Do you hear it? The shattered silence doesn't sound like peace. It sounds like footsteps in the dark. It sounds like whispers turning into screams. It sounds like chains snapping one by one. It sounds like destiny breaking open what was hidden. The heartbreaking news is this: the silence is no longer yours to carry. It is theirs. Every secret they buried is about to echo through your life. Every lie they spoke is about to turn back on them. Every shadow they hid in is about to collapse under the light. Archangel Michael raises his voice. The silence that once crushed you is now turning into the voice of heaven itself. Their betrayal will not remain in whispers. It will echo until the world sees it. This is why you feel restless. This is why your spirit feels unsettled, even as you sit quietly, because the silence around you is cracking and the sound of truth is rushing through. Do not be afraid when you start hearing the signs, the strange words slipping from their mouth, the sudden shifts in their behavior, the uneasy confessions, the unexpected evidence. That is not coincidence. That is the silence finally shattering. And when it does, there will be no way to put it back together. The truth will be loose, the echo will be unstoppable, and the one who hurt you will realize they are no longer protected. Archangel Michael says, "The shattered silence is your proof that heaven has heard your cries, proof that the betrayer's mask is falling, proof that you are not abandoned, you are defended. What was once buried in silence will now roar like thunder." Do you feel that vibration in your spirit? That is not fear. That is the echo of silence collapsing. The walls are breaking, the lies are trembling, and the truth is coming closer, louder, stronger, unstoppable. The silence is shattered. The one who hurt you is exposed. And from this moment, nothing will ever be silent again.
Do not think the exposure will come all at once. No, the truth does not always roar like thunder at first. It begins like a whisper, like the faintest flicker of light at the end of a long tunnel, like a single drop of water falling before the flood arrives. The first signs are subtle, but they are powerful. They are heaven's way of saying, "Look closer, pay attention. The betrayal is unfolding." Maybe you noticed it, the way their voice trembles when you ask simple questions. Maybe you saw it, the way their eyes avoid yours when you speak of truth. Maybe you felt it, the way your chest grows heavy in their presence, even when nothing seems wrong. These are not accidents. These are the cracks in their mask. Archangel Michael says, "The one who hurt you cannot hide forever." The first signs are slipping from their control. They are careless with their words. They are uneasy in their silence. They are restless in their sleep. Their spirit knows the sword of truth is hanging above them, and so their mask begins to shake. Pay attention. The sudden arguments they start for no reason, the strange excuses that feel too weak to believe, the way they grow defensive when you are not even accusing them, the way their tone shifts, soft one moment, sharp the next. These are the signs of a guilty soul. These are the whispers of exposure. Do you remember when they once stood so confident, so unshakable, so untouchable? That was before. But now their lies are trembling, their shadows are thinning, their silence is cracking, and the first signs of their downfall are crawling into the open. Archangel Michael speaks firmly. Do not ignore the signs. Do not explain them away. Do not excuse them as small things, because small signs are the language of heaven. Small cracks become shattered walls, and the betrayer's small slips will become their great exposure. You may see it in dreams, strange visions of faces falling apart, of doors opening, of shadows running. That is not random. That is your spirit sensing what your eyes cannot yet see. You may feel it in your body, the sudden chill when they walk into the room, the weight pressing against your chest, the uneasiness that won't leave. That is not weakness. That is your intuition sharpened by heaven. The heartbreaking news is already moving toward you, and these first signs are its footsteps. The betrayer cannot silence it anymore. The signs will grow louder, clearer, heavier, until even the world around you begins to reveal the truth. Archangel Michael says, "The first signs are mercy. Heaven gives you clues before it gives you revelation. Do not run. Do not doubt. The first signs are telling you the storm is near, the mask is cracking, the one who hurt you is about to be revealed. So watch carefully, listen deeply, trust what you feel. For every small uneasiness, every strange shift, every little sign you notice, it is not small, it is the beginning of their end. The first signs are here, and soon the flood of truth will follow."
The storm is coming. It cannot be stopped. You have seen the first signs, the cracks in their mask, the trembling in their voice, the uneasy shifting of their eyes. But now the signs gather, just like clouds gather in the sky before lightning splits the heavens open. The atmosphere around you is no longer the same. The silence is too heavy. The air feels charged, thick, electric, like the world itself is holding its breath. That is not your imagination. That is the storm pressing against your life. Archangel Michael says, "Do you feel it? The sudden tension in your chest? The racing of your heartbeat even when you are sitting still? The shiver that climbs your skin for no reason? That is the storm knocking on your spirit, telling you truth is near. The betrayer feels it too. Look closely. They are restless. They are unsettled. Their lies no longer flow smoothly. Their confidence has cracks. They raise their voice when no one is accusing them. They hide their face when no one is watching. They are nervous because deep in their soul they know the storm is hunting them. Do not mistake this storm for chaos. This is not destruction. It is revelation. The storm is heaven's way of tearing down the walls of deception. Just as lightning cuts the sky to reveal what was hidden in the dark, this storm will cut through the shadows that protected their betrayal. Imagine the clouds gathering, thick, black, endless. Imagine the wind rising, shaking windows, rattling doors. That is how the energy around them is shifting. Their secrets are shaking. Their lies are rattling. Their world is about to collapse under the weight of truth. Archangel Michael declares, "The one who hurt you cannot stand against this storm, for my sword is drawn, and every lie will fall like trees in the wind. Their mask will not survive the lightning. Their silence will not survive the thunder. Their betrayal will not survive the storm. And you must not fear it. Yes, the heartbreak will strike like thunder. Yes, the truth may feel like lightning tearing open your chest. But remember this, storms do not come to kill the earth. They come to cleanse it. And this storm is not against you. It is for you." Do you hear it? The low rumble? That's the storm approaching. The conversations around you will shift. Strange words will slip from their mouth.
Others will begin to see what you could not see before. Evidence will rise like floodwaters. And when the storm finally breaks, nothing will remain hidden. The heartbreaking news is this: the storm is no longer far away. It is above you now. Every breath you take feels heavier because the clouds of truth are pressing down. Every moment feels restless because destiny is moving faster. Every sound feels louder because the silence before the thunder is ending. Archangel Michael warns, do not close your eyes, do not cover your ears. The storm is not coming to harm you, it is coming to free you. And when it hits, the betrayer will be stripped bare. Their lies will scatter like leaves, their mask will shatter like glass, their name will echo as the thunder of their own downfall. The wind is rising, the sky is shaking, the storm is here, and you are standing in the very center of revelation. Do not be afraid, for the storm is not your enemy, it is your justice.
The betrayer, the one who hurt you, thought their lies were unshakable. They thought their disguise was flawless. But storms are merciless. The thunder of truth is too loud, the lightning of revelation too sharp. Their mask begins to crack, and every crack exposes what they tried so desperately to hide. Watch closely. Their smiles are no longer convincing. Their words stumble over themselves. Their eyes cannot hold yours for long. When they laugh, the sound feels hollow, forced, trembling. They sweat when no heat surrounds them. They grow restless when silence lingers. Their mask is collapsing, piece by piece. Archangel Michael whispers, "Do you see it? The trembling of their hands, the shifting of their eyes, the sudden defensiveness when no one has accused them. That is the mask crumbling." The collapse does not happen all at once. It begins slow, like a porcelain face chipping at the edges. At first, only you notice the cracks, but soon others begin to see. Their friends question them. Their family senses something is wrong. Their excuses no longer sound real. Their words no longer fit together. The storm is pulling their mask apart for all to witness. The betrayer tries to hold it together. They try to cover the cracks with more lies. They laugh louder. They talk faster. They point fingers at others. But the more they fight, the faster the mask falls. Like a broken mirror, every shard reveals a reflection of the truth they cannot contain anymore. Then comes the moment where the collapse can no longer be hidden. The storm's lightning flashes across their life, and in that instant, their mask shatters. Everyone sees it. Everyone feels it. Their true face, their betrayal, their hidden deeds stand uncovered. The silence after the thunder is filled with shock, with gasps, with disbelief, and with your heart pounding louder than ever before. Archangel Michael declares, "The one who hurt you is exposed. The mask they wore for so long has fallen into dust. The truth has stepped out of the shadows, and now the world sees them as they truly are." Do not fear this moment. Yes, it breaks your heart. Yes, it burns like fire in your chest. Yes, it feels like the ground beneath you is collapsing. But remember, this is not your collapse. It is theirs. The heartbreaking news is not your downfall. It is their unmasking. The one who hurt you is no longer hidden.
The storm has ripped away their disguise. The world now sees what you felt all along. Their mask has collapsed, and there is no way for them to rebuild it. And then the moment arrives when silence can no longer protect them, when excuses can no longer cover them, when shadows can no longer hide them. For the storm that Archangel Michael warned you about has reached its peak, and in its deafening thunder, the truth is finally spoken aloud, not whispered, not hinted, but declared in a way that pierces through your soul like lightning tearing through the night sky. And in that instant, you hear it, you feel it, you know it, the name of the one who hurt you, the one who betrayed your trust, the one who wore a mask of love and loyalty, but held daggers behind their back. Their truth explodes into the open like glass shattering on stone. And it is heartbreaking. It is devastating. It is unbearable to accept. For this was the person you least expected, the person whose smile once gave you comfort, the person whose voice once brought you peace. And now that same name carries the weight of betrayal, the sting of lies, the fire of disappointment. And Archangel Michael's voice thunders over your spirit, saying, "Do not collapse with them. Do not let their betrayal destroy you. For their mask has fallen, and though your heart is breaking, know this: what is revealed in pain today will free you tomorrow." And as the revelation echoes in your ears, you realize that the heartbreaking news was not only that they hurt you, but that heaven had to tear them away from your life to protect you, to guard you, to guide you into a destiny where their lies could no longer chain you. And though your chest feels heavy, though your eyes are filled with tears, though the world feels colder in this moment, Archangel Michael reminds you that the truth, no matter how painful, is the beginning of freedom. And with every beat of your heart, you are stepping out of the storm, leaving behind the ruins of their deception, walking into the light of a new tomorrow, stronger, wiser, and untouchable by the one whose name has now been revealed forever as the one who hurt you.
And when the truth strikes, when the mask has collapsed and the betrayer's name has been spoken into the open, there comes a silence unlike any you have ever felt. A silence so heavy that even your heartbeat feels louder than thunder. And in that silence you sit, torn between disbelief and reality, between denial and acceptance, your soul trembling because a part of you still wanted it not to be true, still wanted this to be some mistake, still wanted to wake up from this nightmare. But Archangel Michael's voice cuts gently through the storm, softer now, yet unshakable, whispering, "Yes, child, it is true, and though it breaks you now, it is the fire that will purify you. It is the storm that will wash away the lies. It is the sword that will sever the chains." And as his words sink in, you feel the ache of betrayal crawling deeper into your chest, memories flooding your mind, moments replaying, questions rising like a flood. Why? Why would they hurt me? Why would they hide this from me? Why would they pretend? And Archangel Michael answers with a voice that holds both fire and compassion. Because their heart was not pure, because their intentions were not aligned with heaven's plan for you, because their mask was never meant to last forever, and the truth had to be shown before they could destroy more of your destiny. Your body shakes as the weight of it presses down. You feel weak, you feel exhausted, you feel as though life has ripped away the ground beneath your feet. Yet in that same moment, you also feel a strange clarity, as if the storm has cleared the fog you never noticed, as if the thunder has broken open a cage you did not know you were trapped inside. And Archangel Michael declares, "Now you see what heaven has seen all along. Now you understand why you were restless, why your spirit felt uneasy, why your dreams whispered warnings in the night, because heaven was preparing you for this very unveiling. And though it hurts beyond measure, it is your liberation." Tears fall, but with every tear a poison is leaving your soul. With every sob a weight is breaking off your chest. With every moment of pain a chain is snapping. And Michael says, "Do not confuse heartbreak with destruction, for heartbreak is not the end of you.
Heartbreak is the beginning of the real you, the free you, the unbroken you that no betrayal can touch again. And as his words echo, you begin to notice the shift, the heaviness of the storm turning into a breeze, the darkness thinning into light, the ashes of lies becoming the soil for something new to grow. Because the one who hurt you has been revealed, but the one who is protected is you. The aftermath is painful, yes, but it is also powerful, because now you see clearly, now you stand apart from deception, now you walk no longer with those who sought to break you. And Michael promises, every wound you feel today will become the scar that reminds you of your strength tomorrow. Every tear that falls tonight will become the rain that waters your blessing tomorrow. And every piece of your broken heart will be put back together by heaven itself, stronger than it has ever been. So you sit in the ruins of their betrayal, but you are not ruined. You are awakening. You are transforming. You are stepping into the chapter that was waiting beyond this heartbreak. And though the truth has shaken you, it has also freed you. For the aftermath of revelation is not your ending. It is the unfolding of the destiny that could only begin once the lie was destroyed.
And as the dust of betrayal settles, as the echoes of heartbreak still linger in your chest, there comes a stirring deep within you, a fire that was hidden under the weight of pain, a fire that could not burn while lies suffocated it. And Archangel Michael steps closer to your spirit and says, now is the moment you rise. Now is the moment you discover who you truly are beyond the wound, beyond the mask, beyond the betrayal, for you are not broken. You are being reborn. And with every word he speaks, it feels as though ashes are falling from your shoulders. The ashes of disappointment, the ashes of false promises, the ashes of trust that was shattered. And from those ashes, a light begins to flicker. Small at first, fragile at first, but undeniable. And Michael declares, do you feel it? This is the warrior in you awakening. This is the strength in you breaking through. This is the destiny in you refusing to die in the ruins. You take a breath, and it is not the breath of someone defeated. It is the breath of someone who has walked through fire and is still alive, still standing, still chosen. And in that breath, Michael whispers, the enemy thought this betrayal would end you, but heaven designed it to elevate you. The enemy thought this heartbreak would destroy you, but heaven turned it into the key that unlocks your freedom. The enemy thought your tears would drown you, but heaven turned them into rivers that will carry you into your destiny. And as those words echo, you begin to feel it. Your back straightens, your spirit steadies, your mind clears, your heart beats stronger, not weaker, because now you know the truth, and the truth has made you unshakable. Michael shows you visions of your future, visions of doors opening, visions of opportunities flowing, visions of blessings that could never have entered your life while betrayal chained you. And he says, see, child, the ashes you stand in are not graves, they are gardens. And from what you lost, something greater will grow. From what was taken, something greater will be restored. From what ended, something greater will begin. And you realize that rising is not just surviving. Rising is transforming. Rising is stepping out of the ruins with wings that were hidden until now. The fire of betrayal has burned, but it has not burned you. It has burned away what was false. It has burned away what was weak. It has burned away what was never meant for your destiny. And what remains is pure. What remains is unbreakable. What remains is you at your strongest. And Michael declares, you are not a victim of betrayal. You are the survivor of it. You are not the ashes of heartbreak. You are the flame that rose from it. And the one who hurt you no longer has power over you, because their lies ended, but your truth continues. Their betrayal finished, but your destiny begins now. So you rise, not quietly, not timidly, but with the roar of someone who has faced darkness and chosen light, with the strength of someone who has seen lies and chosen truth,
with the courage of someone who has been broken but refused to stay shattered. And as Michael's wings surround you, you realize that you were never meant to stay buried in the pain. You were always meant to rise from it, brighter, bolder, and destined for more than the one who hurt you could ever take away.
And as the wings of Archangel Michael stretch wider over your spirit, his voice carries a strength that shakes the heavens. And he declares, "The pain you endured was not the end, it was the beginning. The betrayal you faced was not your fall, it was the foundation of your rise. And now heaven has written victory into your story. A victory so great that even the wounds of your past will bow before it." He shows you the path ahead, and it glows with a golden light, every step shining brighter than the last, every step carrying you further away from the shadows of yesterday and deeper into the blessings of tomorrow. And he says, "Look closely, for the tears you cried are turning into rivers of abundance. The nights you spent broken are being transformed into mornings filled with miracles. The heartbreak that once felt unbearable is becoming the fuel that propels you into a destiny larger than you ever imagined. The one who hurt you, the one who betrayed you, they thought they had stolen your joy. They thought they had crushed your spirit. They thought they had ended your future. But Archangel Michael thunders, "No enemy has the power to end what heaven has begun. No betrayal has the power to cancel what destiny has written. No wound has the power to stop what eternity has promised." And as those words echo inside your soul, you feel a surge of strength you have never felt before. A holy fire burning through every doubt, every fear, every scar. And you know, deep in your heart, that this is your turning point. This is your moment. This is the chapter where everything begins to shift in your favor. Michael raises his sword of light, and with one swing, he cuts away the chains of the past, he severs the grip of betrayal, he destroys the weight of sorrow, and he lifts your head to see the horizon. A horizon not of endings, but of beginnings. Not of loss, but of restoration. Not of defeat, but of victory. From this moment forward, he proclaims, you will rise into blessings that no one can block. You will walk into doors that no one can close. You will claim victories that no enemy can touch. For heaven has chosen you, protected you, and prepared you for greatness. And with those words, the atmosphere around you shifts, the heaviness disappears, and the certainty of triumph floods your spirit. For you know now that everything you endured was not wasted. It was preparation. It was training. It was shaping you for the victory that is now at your doorstep.
And now, as the echoes of victory still vibrate in the air, Archangel Michael steps even closer, his presence wrapping around you like a shield of light, and with a voice that carries the weight of eternity, he declares, "This is the moment I seal your destiny. This is the moment I lock shut the door of betrayal and open wide the gates of blessing. This is the moment where no enemy, no lie, no force of darkness can undo what heaven has placed upon your life." His sword gleams with fire, and as he lifts it high above you, a seal of protection forms around your spirit, a radiant circle of light so strong that no shadow can penetrate, no curse can cross, no betrayal can return. For the pain you endured has been transformed, and the ashes you rose from have become the proof that you cannot be broken, only reborn. Michael proclaims, "From this day forward, every step you take will be guided by divine hands. Every door you walk through will be written with favor. Every word spoken against you will collapse under the weight of truth. For you are not alone. You were never alone, and you will never be alone. Heaven stands with you, and I, Michael, guard you with the fire of heaven itself." And as his words thunder through your soul, you feel a power flowing into you, not just to survive, not just to rise, but to conquer, to reign, to walk in a destiny so bright that the memory of betrayal fades into nothing but a stepping stone that carried you higher. He looks into your heart and whispers, "The one who hurt you has no power here.
The chains they tried to place on you have been shattered. The wounds they left behind are already healing into wisdom, and the betrayal that once defined you has been erased. You are not defined by their actions. You are defined by heaven's calling, and that calling is unshakable, unstoppable, eternal. And as you lift your eyes to meet His, you see not only the reflection of your healed soul, but the promise of your future. A future covered in light, overflowing with blessings, guarded by angels and sealed with victory. Michael spreads his wings wide, and with one final command he declares, "Rise, chosen one, rise into your destiny, rise into your victory, rise into the life that was always waiting for you beyond the pain, beyond the lies, beyond the betrayal. Walk forward now, and do not look back, for the past is finished, the wounds are healed, the enemy has fallen, and your future begins now." And as those words sink into your spirit, you realize with unshakable certainty that your story has been rewritten, not by betrayal, but by triumph, not by heartbreak, but by glory, not by endings, but by a destiny sealed forever in the light of heaven.
And when the seal of victory has been set upon your spirit, Archangel Michael lowers his sword, not in retreat, but in completion, and the atmosphere grows still, as if the entire universe holds its breath to listen. His voice softens, yet carries a weight heavier than mountains, and he whispers, "Remember this always. You are chosen. You are protected. You are destined for greatness. No betrayal has power over you. No wound can define you. No enemy can break you, because heaven itself has placed its mark upon your life." And as those words flow into the deepest chambers of your soul, you feel something shift forever. The pain that once chained you now feels like a distant echo. The fear that once consumed you dissolves like mist in the morning sun, and the memory of the one who hurt you becomes powerless, for they are no longer the author of your story. Heaven is. Michael's wings stretch above you one final time, and he breathes into your spirit. Even when you walk through silence, you are not alone. Even when you face storms, you are not shaken. Even when the world turns against you, heaven will fight for you. My presence will follow you into every battle. My sword will guard you in every shadow, and my light will go before you to prepare victories you cannot yet see. And as he speaks, you realize that this is not a temporary blessing. This is not a fleeting promise. This is eternal. This is unshakable. This is forever. He leans close, his whisper echoing like thunder wrapped in love, and he declares, "Carry this truth wherever you go. You are unbreakable. You are unstoppable. You are crowned not by men, but by heaven itself. The one who hurt you has been left behind. The betrayal has been erased. The pain has been rewritten into power, and your future is overflowing with light. Walk boldly now, for I go with you, and the mark of heaven on your life will never fade, not in this moment, not in this lifetime, not even in eternity." And as those words settle deep into your heart, you understand that this message was not just spoken for today, it was spoken forever, an eternal whisper that will follow you into every season, every storm, every victory, until the end of time itself.
And then, as Archangel Michael's whisper fades into the silence of eternity, the very skies above you begin to tremble, and the universe itself seems to awaken in response to the seal placed upon your life. The stars flicker brighter, as if bowing to the destiny now written over your soul. The winds shift and wrap around you like a sacred cloak, and the ground beneath your feet pulses with the heartbeat of creation, testifying that heaven has spoken and earth must obey. A thunderous glow breaks across the horizon, not of storm, but of glory, and within that glow you see visions of your future, doors of opportunity swinging wide before you, battles already won before you even step onto the battlefield,
victories written into your timeline long before you were born, blessings flowing toward you like rivers of light. Archangel Michael raises his sword one final time toward the heavens, and as he does, lightning splits the sky, not in destruction, but in divine proclamation, carving into the heavens the truth that you are chosen, sealed, and forever protected. And suddenly, voices rise from every corner of the cosmos, the voices of angels, the voices of the redeemed, the voices of heaven itself, all chanting in unison, "It is finished, it is sealed, it is done." Their chorus shakes the very air you breathe, and as the sound reverberates through your chest, you realize that your story is no longer written in ink that can fade, but in eternal light that no hand can erase. Michael turns to you with eyes that reflect galaxies, and he declares, "Look, even the universe celebrates you. Even the heavens bend to see your victory, for you have been carried beyond betrayal, beyond heartbreak, beyond pain, into the realm of glory that cannot be touched by darkness." And as his words sink into your soul, a celestial rain of light begins to fall all around you, each drop carrying healing, each spark carrying restoration, each beam carrying strength, soaking into the deepest parts of your being, until you no longer feel like the wounded soul who once suffered, but like the crowned victor who was always meant to rise. The earth sighs, the heavens roar, the angels sing, and Michael's voice cuts through it all one final time. Your destiny is eternal, your victory is unshakable, your future is unstoppable, and this seal will never be broken. Not by man, not by betrayal, not by time itself. Go now, chosen one, for the heavens stand as witness. You are free, you are whole, you are crowned in eternal light. And as those words crash over you like a wave of fire and glory, you realize that this is not just an ending. It is the beginning of forever, the cosmic finale of pain, and the eternal dawn of your victory.
And when the chorus of heaven slowly fades into silence, when the stars return to their steady glow, when the winds calm and the earth stills, only one presence remains before you, Archangel Michael, standing tall yet leaning close, his wings wrapping you like an eternal shield. His sword lowers, not in weakness, but in completion. For every battle over your life has already been fought. Every wound has already been answered, and every betrayal has already been undone by the decree of heaven. He does not shout now. He does not command. He does not roar with thunder. He whispers, but that whisper is heavier than the weight of mountains, deeper than oceans, brighter than fire, and it slides into the deepest chamber of your heart where no shadow can ever reach. His voice, soft yet unbreakable, declares, "From this moment on, you will never again be defined by the one who hurt you. Their betrayal will fade like dust. Their memory will lose its power. Their shadow will dissolve like smoke at dawn, and only the light of your destiny will remain. You are no longer the broken one. You are the chosen one. You are no longer the abandoned one. You are the crowned one. You are no longer the forgotten one. You are the remembered one, remembered by heaven, remembered by eternity, remembered by me. Carry this truth like a flame in your chest, and no darkness will ever extinguish it." And as those words reach you, something happens deep within your spirit. You feel the final thread of pain snap, the last chain fall, the final scar dissolve. It is as if the wound that once defined you has been kissed by eternity and turned into strength. And then, leaning closer, almost as if speaking not to your ears but to your very soul, Michael breathes the final eternal vow. Even when all voices go silent,
even when the world turns its back, even when you stand in the quiet of night with no one beside you, remember this: I am still here. My sword is still raised for you. My wings are still wrapped around you. My light still burns inside you. You will never be left. You will never be abandoned. You will never be undone. For you are mine to guard, mine to protect, mine to crown, forever and forevermore. The whisper lingers, stretching across time, looping into eternity, repeating itself like an unending echo, not in your ears, but in your very being. And in that moment, you know this is not just a message, not just a prophecy, not just a promise. This is forever. The final seal, the eternal whisper, the unshakable truth that nothing and no one can take from you. And as Michael's form begins to dissolve into radiant light, leaving only the trace of his wings carved into your soul, you hear the whisper one last time, softer than breath, stronger than destiny, echoing endlessly, you are chosen, you are crowned, you are mine, forever. And with that, the vision closes, not with an end, but with an eternal beginning.